Down at your feet. Do you sense, do you imagine that you have anything on your feet?
Yes.
Yeah? What are you wearing on your feet?
Sandals.
Sandals? Very good. These sandals, what colour are they?
Brown.
Brown sandals. Brown sandals. And as you look at your feet, tell me, do they feel that they're male or female?
Male.
They're male. And I want you to connect with that energy as a male. And tell me, how old do you feel that you are? Just see a number come to mind.
30.
You're 30 years old. So if you're a male and you're 30 years old there, you'll be able to tell me how old you are and what your name is. You're 30 years old and hear your name being called. What do people call you in that life?
Algo.
Argo. 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 Thank you for coming and working with me today. Argo, what I want you to do is, I want you to feel that you're just moving from the left to the right, just rocking from the left to the right, and see how easy it is for you to turn the vision of this story of this life. And as you look around, just get the sense now. Do you sense that you're inside or you're outside, Argo?
Outside.
You're outside. And if you could imagine what your landscape was there, what would it look like?
Sandy.
Sandy.
Mud.
Sandy and mud.
Yeah. Rocks.
And rocks. Very good. Oh God, I want you to take a look at your hands and put your hands out in front of you. Are these working hands?
Yes.
They're working hands. And I want you to take a look at your clothes. And if you could describe those clothes to me.
Silver. Red.
Silver.
Silver like armour.
Silver armour.
Red. Cloth.
Red cloth.
Brown leather strips, look like strips.
Brown leather strips.
Helmet.
A helmet. Very good.
With red fabric on the top.
Red fabric on the top. So Barbara, I want you to connect with that area that you're in now, and I want you to connect with that country and tell me, what country do you feel that it is? Just your first impression.
Italy.
You're in Italy. So what are you doing there in Italy, Olga?
A soldier.
You're a soldier?
Watch.
Oh, you're a soldier on watch?
Yeah.
So in a moment I'm going to count down from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you'll see some numbers, Olga, and that'll be the year that you lived there. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. What year is it?
3, 3, 3.
333
BC.
BC. Wow. So you say that you're on watch. And that you're 30 years old. What is it that you're on watch for? Whereabouts are you in Italy?
That doorway
A doorway?
to stop people
Uh-huh.
coming in who don't belong there.
Describe this place that you're stopping people from coming in. And just take a look at the whole picture. You can see the whole landscape. Is it a house that you're stopping people from coming in? What does it look like?
It's a square
It's a square.
with people, carts,
People and cars.
food.
So why do you need to stop people from coming in? What kind of people?
People that aren't the same as me. Different countries.
From different countries. Okay. From different countries. So who do you work for then, Argo?
A man,
A man,
a general.
a general. So you're part of the army there?
Yeah.
I want you to connect with your feelings now, Argo. Just connect with the emotion in your body and tell me, how do you feel emotionally at this moment?
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable? Describe to me what's going on that's making you feel vulnerable there. Bring that emotion forward. Why do you feel vulnerable?
I'm alone.
You're alone? So, are there no other soldiers there?
Not near.
Not there?
Not near.
Not near?
There, but not near.
So, is there usually more soldiers there?
Yeah.
So you're feeling a bit vulnerable because there's only you there at the moment.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do now, Argo, is I want you to just fast forward that scene a little bit into that square and tell me what is happening. I mean, what is around there? You say that there's people and carts and food.
Like a market.
Oh, it's a market?
People are rushing around,
People rushing.
buying food, bread, and fruit.
Bread and fruit. So, is it your job just to police and to manage that area?
Yeah.
So, Argo, do you have any family in that life?
No.
You have no family? Do you not have a mother or a father?
No.
No. So what I want you to do, Argo, is I want you to take me to the place where you live in that life. I mean, do you live near the market square? And as I continue to talk to you, just feel yourself drifting and floating towards that memory. And I want you to see yourself just in front of the place where you live. So when you're ready, drifting, floating towards the place that you live. 3, 2, and 1. Be there now.
Stone. It's a stone building.
It's a stone building. Go inside that stone building and describe it to me. What does it look like? It's dark. Do you live in that stone building alone there, Argyle?
No.
So connect with that building and the people that are in there. Who lives in that building with you?
A woman.
A woman. So see that woman coming forward. Feel her energy coming forward. And describe that woman to me. What colour is her hair?
Black.
Black.
Long.
How old is she?
25.
25. Describe to me what she's wearing.
Dress. Grey, like a beige. Long.
A beige. A beige what?
A long dress.
Long beige dress.
Like short, no sleeves.
No sleeves. And as you look at this woman there, do you know her name? Just hear you call her, say her name. What's her name?
Julia.
Julia. And I want you to connect with Julia and tell me, what is she in relation to you? Does she just work there or is she something else?
He is like a visitor.
She's a visitor. I want you to look into her eyes, Argo, as the eyes are the windows to the soul. So as you spiritually connect mind to mind and soul to soul and go deep, deep, deep into those eyes, right to see the essence of that soul. Does that girl, Julia, remind you of somebody today in this life? Just your first impression.
Sister.
She's your sister. So what is it that you're working together with today?
She's looking after me.
Is she looking after you in that life or is she looking after you in this life?
That life.
Alright, she looks after you in that life.
Sees to house.
Say that again.
Sees to the house.
She sees to the house.
She's moving baskets.
Is she like a maid in that life to you?
No.
What is she to you in that life?
No family connection.
There's no family connection? Or are you just friends?
But yeah, friend from a long time ago.
A friend from a long time ago. So, as they had a contract in that life, and they're now working together in this life, what's the contract that she has with her sister in this life?
Carer.
Carer for who?
You mean?
So it's for your sister to care more for you?
Yeah. Protection.
So does she need to do some work on that? How is she doing?
Not great.
Not great. So she has a lot of lessons to learn there. Well, now that I've got all the information of that scene, what I want you to do, Argo, is I want you to close that scene. I want you to close that scene just as if you were flicking a switch of remote control. And just be there for one moment, drifting, drifting, drifting. And what I want you to do, Argo, is I want you to go forward in that lifetime. And I want you to go forward in that lifetime to another significant time when something is happening. So feel yourself drifting, floating forward on that timeline. Feel yourself drifting forward to another significant time. 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. How old do you feel now, Argo?
Say 30.
30. Tell me what is happening. If you could imagine what is happening there, what's the first things that come to mind?
Shield.
A shield?
Sword.
Shield and a sword?
Spear.
A spear?
Lots of soldiers.
Lots of soldiers.
In a line.
In line. So describe to me what's happening there in Italy.
Preparing for battle.
You're preparing for battle. How do you feel about this, Argo?
Scared.
Is the battle going to be in Italy or is it going to be in another country?
Italy.
It's going to be in Italy. So follow that scene now and tell me, where do you go now all your soldier friends are together? Where do they take you next? See yourself going forward in that lifetime towards the next scene. Be there now. Feel yourself totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. That's very good. So you're going to the marketplace now towards your next scene. And I want you to see yourself there and describe to me what's happening.
Lots of blood.
Lots of blood. Who is it that you're fighting?
Arabs.
Arabs. And do you feel that you're winning?
No.
No.
Lots of bodies.
Lots of blood and bodies. Yeah. So tell me,
I'm injured.
you're injured? Totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. I want you to connect with that injury and tell me where it is.
Inside.
Which side, the left or the right?
Left side.
You're injured on the left side. Yeah?
Like a spear injury.
Spear injury. And
Blood.
do you pass over in that life there?
No.
No. So you survive that battle scene.
Yeah.
So do you keep the Arabs at bay?
For now.
For now, yeah. Very good. So what I want you to do now, Argo, is I want you to go forward to the last day of that life. Totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. So see yourself now closing the scene of that battle and drifting, floating forward to the last day of that life, just so we can evaluate that life and see what you achieve. Drifting, floating forward. 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. So where are you now, Argo?
Home.
You're home? How old are you?
63.
You're 63.
Lots of scars.
Lots of scars. Where are these scars from? Battles. Very good. So you're now at home, 63. Is there anyone there with you? Argo?
A woman.
A woman? Mm-hmm. Who is this woman?
Julia, older woman.
Julia, as an older woman.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And she's still there caring for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as this is the last day of your life, what I want you to do, Argo, is I want you to take a nice deep breath in, and as you do, just step out of that body. And what I want you to do is just float about 3 foot above the body. We're not leaving the body totally yet, just float about 3 foot above the body so we can assess and evaluate that life. And as you look at yourself there, do you feel that you achieved everything that you needed to achieve in that life?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was a good job?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so now that you're out of the soul, tell me how your soul feels now it's out of that battle-worn body. How does it feel now?
Released.
Released. Mm-hmm. So as you're released as the soul that you are, you can go left and right and drift, and you can even drift on the thought. You can be there. So when your soul has come out of a body at the end of the life, where does it normally go? Does it go to a resting place or a soul group or somewhere else? Where do you normally go?
High.
You go high.
Very high.
Mm-hmm. And as you look around, is there someone or something that's come to collect you, to take you home?
White.
White? Mm-hmm.
Just white.
And as you bring that white closer to you, just feel it coming in. And it's getting closer and closer. You're going to be able to telepathically communicate and tell me, what does that vibration from that white energy feel like?
Powerful.
Powerful. Mm-hmm. So before we go anywhere, Argo, what I want you to do is I want you to get even closer towards that white, powerful light energy there. And as you get closer and closer, you're going to sense the vibration, you're going to feel the heartbeat of that white energy there. Just feel yourself just rocking in and coming out, rocking in and going forward. And each time you go forwards and backwards, you just step in a little bit more, feeling that vibration. And you're melding your energy with that white energy now. And now what I want you to do is, as you rock forward, go all the way into that energy. Feel that energy now and tell me, what does it feel like?
Fizzy.
Fizzy. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Calm.
Mm-hmm.
Home.
Home. Mm-hmm. And do you feel that that white light has got a message for you? If it had a message for you, Argo, what would you hear now? What would it be?
Love.
Mm-hmm. So what I want to do now is, I want to come with you on your travels, and I want you to ask that white light to take you to your soul group so that we can see who's in your soul group. So as you raise your vibration and go up and up and up with this white energy, allow me to come with you as you go up higher and higher and higher. Just feel yourself going higher and higher up through the atmosphere now, drifting, floating. Very good. Not a care in the world. And as you're drifting and floating through time and space, I want to get to the sensation that you're getting closer and closer and closer to your home, to your soul group, the place where you share with other souls. And as I talk to you, just feel yourself getting closer and closer and closer, and allow that white light now just to drop you off right at the entrance of this door that will take you to your soul group. And as you're there now, waiting to go into your soul group, describe that door to me. What does it look like?
Black.
Black? Mm-hmm.
Or dark, not blue, black.
Mm-hmm.
Silver handle.
A silver handle?
Big, round.
Big and round. Is it in the centre, the left or the right?
Left.
It's to the left. Mm-hmm. And tell me, Argo, do you push that handle or do you pull that handle to get into that soul group?
Push.
You push. So as I continue to talk to you now, I want you to get the sensation that you're raising your arms forward and you're pushing that door forward, and as you push that door forward and you enter into your soul group, I just want you to get familiar with the energy in there and the vibration. And as you connect now in that soul group, I just want you to have a sense. You may not see, you may just have a knowing. Do you sense that there are other souls in that area?
No.
Mm-hmm. So as you get familiar with that atmosphere and you look around, I just want you to go floating and drifting and round that place that is part of your soul group, and tell me, what do you do when you get to this part, to this section, after a life? Where do you go there?
Angels.
Angels. Mm-hmm. So ask your angels to come forward, and I want them to come forward on the vibration of my voice. Just feel them on the vibration of my voice getting closer. Feel them coming in now. All loving and all powerful. Wow. And I want you to tell me, how many do you sense that are there?
Lots.
There are lots. Mm-hmm. Describe them to me. What do they look like to you? Are they energy or are they colour? Describe to me.
Shiny lights.
They're shiny lights. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Very, very, very bright.
Mm-hmm. And these shiny lights, these angels, that are part of her soul group, does she come from an angelic realm?
Yes.
She does. Well, I want you to look around those angels and just drift and float with your mind. And as you're floating around, connecting with the angels that are part of your angelic group, there may be one or two that you're more familiar with than the rest. Just go floating from one to the other until you see one of those angels that is more relevant to you than the rest. And as you connect with that angel, telepathically communicating with that angel, what message does that angel give you? See that message coming forward.
Strength.
Strength. So they're up there providing her strength down here. Is that the message?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So how is she doing today? Because she's had quite a path. She's chosen quite a challenging time. So is she moving forward?
No.
She's not moving forward. Mm-hmm. So as an angel from her soul group, I want you to communicate with her voice, and I want you to tell me what it is, what direction she can go in to actually get a little bit more strength and to move forward. So I want you to bring that in now. What's the message? Where can she go? What can she do?
Open eyes.
To open her eyes. Mm-hmm. Give me some more detail. Tell me more. Open her eyes to what? Is it a right move that she's here and visiting this centre here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So does she need to open her eyes
To see what's unseen.
to see what's unseen? Okay, thank you. I'll get that message. So she's connecting and communicating more now, yeah?
To know.
Mm-hmm. So thank you very much for working with me today. But it's now time for us to move forward. And as we move forward, I just want you to step to one side now. And I want to allow the inner self, the subconscious mind, to come and work with me today. So what I want you to do now is take a nice deep breath in and step away from this body and allow your inner self, your all-knowing, to come forward and use your voice today. So good afternoon, inner self. Tell me, do you feel male or female?
Female.
You're female. Mm-hmm. And do you have a name? What can I call you today?
Grya.
Grya. Grya. Grya, thank you for coming and working with me today. I'm very honoured. Grya, can you tell me how many lives have you had with my client? Lots. Tell me more. Is that 10? Is it 2? Is it 20? How many more?
Mm, 15.
15 lives. Very good. 15 lives. And what is it, Grya? What is it that you're working on today? Just bring the first one up.
Hot.
Heart? Mm-hmm. So tell me about this heart then. Why does she need to work on her heart?
It's broken.
It's broken. Uh-huh. So have you come to help heal this broken heart?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of the places that I'm going to be looking in a minute, Grya. So Grya, what I want to do now is I want to do a body scan here. Wow. And I want you to go inside this body. And I want us to start at the top of the head. And what we're going to do is we're going to scan her down this body, and we're going to scan and we're going to feel throughout this body all the sensations, and we're going to feel all the energy and see if there's anything that is like out of balance or anything that we can work with today. So let's go. So let's start at the top of the head. Very good. Very good. Wow. Starting at the top of the head, I want you to begin by just shining a light at the top of the head now. Just starting at the top of the head, and let's start scanning down. Scanning past those eyes. There we go. There we go. Scanning down the throat area. Very good, very good. Coming down these shoulders now, going down this torso. Into that heart area. And now passing into the tummy area. Feel yourself going down into those hips, either side. Very good. And I want you to go all the way down the legs now. Feel yourself going down those thighs, through the knees, down the shins, to the tips of the toes. And just feel yourself now drawing all the way up, feeling all the different emotions and energy that we can work with today. And tell me, Grya, whereabouts can we work in the body today? What's the first thing you want me to work on?
Knees.
The knees? Mm-hmm. So Grya, what I want you to do is I want you to go down into those knees. And as you're going down into those knees, going as small as a cell, I want you to go into the energy. I want you to go into the energy of those muscles and tell me, what is the emotion in those knees?
Weak.
Weak. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what I want to do, is I want to connect with the energy in that knee. Is it in both knees or is it in the left or the right?
Both.
Both. So I'm going to place my hands here and I'm going to connect with this energy. And as all energy has a consciousness and a vibration, I want to bring this energy up to the throat so that it can express itself and let me know what's going on. So I'm going to bring this energy up, 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 up. Energy, tell me, what are you doing there in the knees? How long have you been there?
Forever.
Forever? Uh-huh. You've been there forever. And what is it that you do in the knees? What symptoms do you cause her?
Grinding.
Grinding. Mm-hmm. Grinding. You're grinding her down, is that what you're telling me?
Bone.
Bone. Mm-hmm.
Bone's not right.
Her bones are not right. Uh-huh. Are you telling me that her bones aren't right, or your bones weren't right when you had a life?
Mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too soft.
I thought you were an attachment. So tell me, you'll have a name. What can I call you? What kind of life did you have? Were you male or female when you had your life?
Female.
You're a female. Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth, darling, how old were you?
13.
You were 13. Mm-hmm. Elizabeth, did you also have difficulty breathing? Did you have a chest infection or chesty?
No.
Oh, that's something else we'll deal with in a minute then. Elizabeth, you were 13 years old. What country were you in? Just see that country come to mind.
England.
You were in England. I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead, you're going to tell me the number, and that'll be the year that you lived there, Elizabeth. 321. What year was it?
1701.
1701. So Elizabeth, so you're telling me that you had weak bones?
Yes.
And so describe to me what happened to you.
Died.
You died, I see. So Elizabeth, sweetheart, did you not know that you could go to spirit?
No.
No? Did nobody tell you?
No.
Lost. So tell me what symptoms you caused my client then, while you're down there in those knees.
Difficult to walk.
I see. Do you want to make it difficult for her to walk, Elizabeth?
No.
No, you don't. So you just got lost, did you?
Yeah. Still lost.
You're still lost. Would you like to go home? Do you know where home is?
London.
Home is London? London?
Big house.
In a big house?
Lots of other children.
Lots of other children.
Orphan.
Oh, so you were an orphan?
Yeah.
So were you in an orphanage in London in 1701?
Yeah, I think it. Not orphanage, just a big house.
Just a big house. So darling, what I want to do is I want to be able to take you to spirit, because did you know if you go to spirit you can be healed and you can be whole again? Would you like that?
Yes.
So I'm going to call on Goddess Isis to come down and work with me. Goddess Isis, the mother of love. And I want you to feel her energy presence coming forward now as I work with you. Darling Elizabeth, what I want you to do is I want you to go back into these knees. Work with me here. Go back into these knees and start collecting all your memories. See all those memories of that pain and that hurt in that life. You forgot to go home. So let's just collect all your luggage now. Start bringing it up into my hand. See you collecting it. And have I got all that now in my hand?
Or to let go.
But Elizabeth, do you know that you're going somewhere really special? And before you go,
I'm scared.
You are scared, I know, darling. But let me tell you, if I could show you where you are going to go first, would that be good?
Yeah.
So Elizabeth, what I want you to do is I want you to listen.
School mistress. School's not nice.
School mistress is not nice. Was that in that life? She wasn't nice to you?
No, she wasn't, no. Man gave away.
Your mum gave you away to the school mistress?
Just gave us away. Just left.
Well, maybe your mother didn't know how to care for you in that life. Do you think you can forgive your mother before you go?
Yeah.
And it's all about forgiveness, because I'm going to be clearing this heart out soon. So Elizabeth, sweetheart, what I want you to do is I want you to see in your mind a screen, just like a TV screen. And what I want to do is I'm going to count down from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, that screen will become alive and you'll just see an image of who is waiting for you in spirit. So let's go. 3, 2 and 1. See who's on that screen?
Nana.
Nana. I want you to look at Nana and tell me, is Nana smiling at you?
Yes.
And you know, even though she's on that screen, because you're in this special place now and you're in your soul, yeah, and you're ready to go, you'll be able to understand what she's saying just by looking at her. So connect with her and tell me, what is it that she's saying to you, darling Elizabeth?
Take my hand.
Take my hand. See her hands coming out of that screen. Are you ready to go, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Well, Elizabeth, before you go, what would you like to say to my client before you go, darling?
Sorry.
I'm going to tap you on the forehead and I'm going to ask my client now, 3, 2 and 1. Do you forgive her for holding on to your body so much now? She was a lost child. She didn't know where to go.
Yes.
So, now that you've both forgiven each other, that's going to make the healing doubly special. So I'm going to tap you on the forehead and go back. And I want to talk to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you ready, darling, to go?
Yes.
So reach out for that hand. And I'm going to call on Goddess Isis now. And as she comes forward with that basket of love, see your Nana pulling you now all the way out of this body. Yeah. And see the pair of you going into this wonderful woven basket with scissors. And you can step right in this basket. It's a large basket. This is a basket of love.
Big smile.
And a big smile. And what I want you to do, darling, is I want you to stay there for a little while, because you haven't seen your Nana for a long time. And I just want you to put your arms around your Nana and allow your souls. And what do these souls look like? Do they have a shape or a colour?
Different colours.
Different colours. What does the colours mean? Why are they different colours? What does that signify?
Different feelings.
Different feelings, I see. So these people that are in your group, these souls, what is it that you work on as you're by that tree? What's your mission as a group? What do you do?
Pass knowledge.
You pass knowledge. What I want you to do now is I want you to make an intention to draw one of those souls closer to you. Choose one of those souls that you're more affiliated to than the rest. Bring them forward. And did you know that you can telepathically communicate? And I want you to communicate with this soul. And tell me, does that soul have a message for you today? What's the message?
It wasn't my time.
It wasn't your time. But you're there now. So John, when you're in this group, what kind of things is it that you're learning?
Different emotions.
Different emotions, I see. So do you go down to earth to have those emotional challenges?
Yes.
Thank you very much for that, John. But now we're going to move from the soul realm. So I'm going to bid you farewell. And what I want to do now is I want to talk to Lisa. And Lisa, what I want you to do is I want you to connect with your inner self, your higher self, your subconscious mind. And so I want you to make an intention now to allow your subconscious mind your higher self, that all-knowing you, to come forward and use your voice. So what I want you to do now is take a nice deep breath in and step away from the body and just allow your higher self to come in and use your voice. Perfectly safe and in control. And tell me, does your higher self feel like it's a feminine energy or a female energy?
Female.
Female. And this female energy that's working with you, is this the first life that's been working with you, or have they been working with you? How many times? See a number. How many times have they worked with you?
5.
5 times. So what is it that you're working with my client with? What kind of things are you working on today? Family. Family. So it's all about family and emotions. So tell me, how is she doing today?
Good.
She's doing good. In herself, do you have a name that I can call you, or shall I just call you energy, or do you have a name?
Lynn.
Lynn. Lynn, so she's doing very well. And does she feel like a strong soul?
Yes.
Lynn, what I want you to do today with me, we're going to do a body scan, because sometimes we collect energy that really doesn't serve us anymore, or we just go into situations and things attached to us. So I'm going to do a body scan, and I want you to do a body scan with me. So I want you to start at the top of the head, and just as if you're doing an x-ray, scanning all the way down, start at the top of the head and feel your way around that body. And all I want you to do is to connect with energy. And as you're scanning down that body, going past the head now, down across the shoulders, and just connect, and you'll just remember where the energy has changed. And as we go down into the heart area, just remember those feelings, and we're going to come back to it later. Feel yourself now just scanning that tummy area, going down those thighs and knees, all the way down to the ankles, and then scan all the way up. Lynn, where can we work in the body today? Where do you sense that there's a change in energy that we can work with today? The back. Is that the lower back?
Lower left.
Lower left. What's the back? Lower left. Very good. So, I'm going to come round and connect with the back, and I'm just going to put my hand here so that I can connect now. Lynn, what I want you to do is I want you to go down into this body, and as I continue to talk, you're going to make your way down there, and I want you to go into the lower back here. Yeah? And just feel your way around, and as you're feeling your way around, I want you to sense how it feels. Is it heavy? Is it sharp? Is it light?
Sharp.
It's sharp. And why is it sharp? What is happening in that area?
A lot of stress.
A lot of stress. Is that a memory from this life, or is it a past life memory? Where did this stress come from? Work, I see. So, what is the message, Lynn, that you want to give my client today about all this energy that all this stress that she's storing in this area?
Too much work.
Too much work. Tell me, what symptoms does this stress cause her when she holds it here?
Back, pain,
Mm-hmm.
back,
Mm-hmm.
legs,
In her legs as well, it goes down there.
head.
In her head,
It holds too much in.
she holds too much in. Mm-hmm. So, Lynn, what I want you to do with me now, let's go into that area. Just go in and all the way into the left back there. And what I want you to do is see all those cords getting tangled up. See all that stress and where it's going and what it's doing. And as I'm talking, I want you to go in and see yourself beginning to pull out all those cords of that stress. See all that stress coming out now. See you untangling those cords, and the more I talk, the weaker and weaker and weaker those cords become, and start pulling them out just as if you're pulling the weeds out of the garden, and pull all those roots out of the leg. Mm-hmm. And see yourself pulling all those roots out of her mind. And what I want you to do is I want you to place them in my hand. So when you're ready, keep pulling and pulling, bring it up and up and up and up. Going deeper and pulling them up now. Mm-hmm. Very good. And tell me if I got it all now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to take that stress away from you, and I'm going to offer that up to the universe. Lynn, tell me, what kind of thing could we replace in the back to make her feel better? Is it a word or a colour? Strength. Mm-hmm. And if strength had a colour, what colour would you choose? Purple. Mm-hmm. So as we connect now, Lynn, I want you to go in there, in that area, and as I put my hand here, I want you to imagine that my hand is like a hose, and I'm bringing in the colour purple, just like the crystal of the amethyst, and I'm calling on the angels now to come down and bring that spiritual energy, that wonderful soothing purple energy, and just feel it pouring into your back now, filling up where all those cords were. See it filling up, up, up. And the more you need, the more you shall have. Just feel that energy now, soaking into every bone, every fibre, every muscle, every cell. And in a moment I'm going to use my singing bowl, and I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And you'll hear a sound. And when you hear that sound, you will feel the crystal, spiritual colour, amethyst, that wonderful spiritual energy just penetrating throughout your every body. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. Feel it going into your body now. Feel it activating, going through every cell, fibre of your body. Very good. See it there now, healing this area. No more stress. Mm-hmm. And as I strike it again, I want Archangel Gabriel to come down, the messenger, to give her the message to stand firm and to know her boundaries and to be able to express herself so that she doesn't take on any more stress. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. So Lynn, as you're looking down the body now, is there anywhere else that we can work on this body? Or shall we get to the questions? Just scan this body and tell me if there's anything else. The questions, very good. So I want to know about her career change. Mm-hmm. Is this
Light change.
She likes change.
Right change.
It's the right change. So she's on the right path. Very good. And can you tell me how many guides does she have? Three. Describe these guides to me. What do they look like? Can you see a shape or are they a colour?
Green.
They're green.
Purple.
Purple.
Tree.
And a tree. So the green and purple guides that show them, what do they bring to her?
Green. Nice. Peace.
Peace. And what does purple bring? Strength. And that tree, that wonderful tree there.
Fertility.
Fertility.
Very fertile. Very fertile.
Very good. And can you tell me about that anxiety? Have we managed to... Was that the stress that we released in the left-hand side? Why does she get that anxiety?
Never done anything for herself.
She's never done anything for herself.
Always for people. Just can't do anything for herself.
So, now that she's got the opportunity to do something for herself, is it making her anxious?
Stubborn.
Stubborn?
Rather forgets herself.
Lynn, what message do you want to say to her?
It's time for her.
It's time for her. Okay.
What she wants.
Time for her. Lynn, go into that body now and just wave your hand around that anxiety and just wave it up to spirit. See yourself there now. Go in there now and waving it and putting it up to spirit. Yeah? And can I ask you, Lynn, to work with her in her dream state so that you can remind her that it's time for herself? Very good. Tell me, what is it about these relationships that she's had? What's the purpose of them?
Learn.
What's the purpose?
To learn.
To learn. And what does she learn from them?
Learn what not to fight.
She's learning what not to fight. And sometimes if you don't know what you want, you know what you don't want.
Build our strength.
So she's now building her strength. Has she learnt enough lessons to know that she needs to build her strength now?
Yes.
Very good. Lynn, I want you to connect with that issue that she has around weight. And as you connect, she's not eating enough. So it's not that she's putting on weight, she's not eating enough. Is she eating the right things?
No.
No.
She's eating wrong times.
Oh, it's the wrong times. So it's not necessarily what she's eating, it's the times that she's eating. So tell me what times are best for her to eat with her energy level.
She needs to wake up to eat.
She needs wake up to eat. And will that recalibrate her?
Okay. It will help her.
Thank you. She has a bit of a spending problem at the moment. What's going on there?
She likes them. She likes being able to buy.
So you're telling me that she likes being able to buy. Was she not able to buy before?
No.
No.
She felt guilty.
She felt guilty? Yeah. Lynn, has a message to her. What do you want to say about this if she's feeling guilty about it?
She deserves them.
She deserves them. So she shouldn't feel so guilty about it then.
No, she works for it.
Yeah. I want you to go to a time around water. And this is a memory that souls. And what do these souls look like? Do they have a shape or a colour?
Different colours.
Different colours. What does the colours mean? Why are they different colours? What does that signify?
Different feelings.
Different feelings, I see. So these people that are in your group, these souls, what is it that you work on as you're by that tree? What's your mission as a group? What do you do?
Pass knowledge.
You pass knowledge. What I want you to do now is I want you to make an intention to draw one of those souls closer to you. Choose one of those souls that you're more affiliated to than the rest. Bring them forward. And did you know that you can telepathically communicate? And I want you to communicate with this soul. And tell me, does that soul have a message for you today? What's the message?
It wasn't my time.
It wasn't your time. But you're there now. So John, when you're in this group, what kind of things is it that you're learning?
Different emotions.
Different emotions, I see. So do you go down to earth to have those emotional challenges?
Yes.
Thank you very much for that, John. But now we're going to move from the soul realm. So I'm going to bid you farewell. And what I want to do now is I want to talk to Lisa, and Lisa, what I want you to do is I want you to connect with your inner self, your higher self, your subconscious mind. And so I want you to make an intention now to allow your subconscious mind, your higher self, that all-knowing you, to come forward and use your voice. So what I want you to do now is take a nice deep breath in and step away from the body and just allow your higher self to come in and use your voice. Perfectly safe and in control. And tell me, does your higher self feel like it's a feminine energy or a female energy?
Female.
Female. And this female energy that's working with you, is this the first life that's been working with you, or have they been working with you? How many times? See a number. How many times have they worked with you?
5.
5 times. So what is it that you're working with my client with? What kind of things are you working on today? Family. Family. So it's all about family and emotions. So tell me, how is she doing today?
Good.
She's doing good. In herself, do you have a name that I can call you, or shall I just call you energy, or do you have a name?
Lynn.
Lynn. Lynn, so she's doing very well. And does she feel like a strong soul?
Yes.
Lynn, what I want you to do today with me, we're going to do a body scan, because sometimes we collect energy that really doesn't serve us anymore, or we just go into situations and things attached to us. So I'm going to do a body scan, and I want you to do a body scan with me. So I want you to start at the top of the head, and just as if you're doing an x-ray, scanning all the way down, start at the top of the head and feel your way around that body. And all I want you to do is to connect with energy. And as you're scanning down that body, going past the head now, down across the shoulders, and just connect, and you'll just remember where the energy has changed. And as we go down into the heart area, just remember those feelings, and we're going to come back to it later. Feel yourself now just scanning that tummy area, going down those thighs and knees, all the way down to the ankles, and then scan all the way up. Lynn, where can we work in the body today? Where do you sense that there's a change in energy that we can work with today? The back. Is that the lower back?
Lower left.
Lower left. That's the back. Lower left. Very good. The soles. And what do these soles look like? Do they have a shape or a colour?
Different colours.
Different colours. What does the colours mean? Why are they different colours? What does that signify?
Different feelings.
Different feelings, I see. So these people that are in your group, these souls, what is it that you work on as you're by that tree? What's your mission as a group? What do you do?
Pass knowledge.
You pass knowledge. What I want you to do now is, I want you to make an intention to draw one of those souls closer to you. Choose one of those souls that you're more affiliated to than the rest. Bring them forward. And did you know that you can telepathically communicate? And I want you to communicate with this soul. And tell me, does that soul have a message for you today? What's the message?
It wasn't my time.
It wasn't your time. But you're there now. So John, when you're in this group, what kind of things is it that you're learning?
Different emotions.
Different emotions, I see. So do you go down to earth to have those emotional challenges?
Yes.
Thank you very much for that, John. But now we're going to move from the soul realm. So I'm going to bid you farewell. And what I want to do now is I want to talk to Lisa, and Lisa, what I want you to do is I want you to connect with your inner self, your higher self, your subconscious mind. And so I want you to make an intention now to allow your subconscious mind, your higher self, that all-knowing you, to come forward and use your voice. So what I want you to do now is take a nice deep breath in and step away from the body and just allow your higher self to come in and use your voice. Perfectly safe and in control. And tell me, does your higher self feel like it's a feminine energy or a female energy?
Female.
Female. And this female energy that's working with you, is this the first life that it's been working with you, or have they been working with you? How many times? See a number. How many times have they worked with you?
5.
5 times. So what is it that you're working with my client with? What kind of things are you working on today? family. Family. So it's all about family and emotions. So tell me, how is she doing today?
Good.
She's doing good. In herself, do you have a name that I can call you, or shall I just call you Energy, or do you have a name?
Lynn.
Lynn. Lynn, so she's doing very well. And does she feel like a strong soul?
Yes.
Lynn, what I want you to do today with me, we're going to do a body scan, because sometimes we collect energy that really doesn't serve us anymore, or we just go into situations and things attached to us. So I'm going to do a body scan, and I want you to do a body scan with me. So I want you to start at the top of the head, and just as if you're doing an x-ray, scanning all the way down, start at the top of the head and feel your way around that body. And all I want you to do is to connect with energy. And as you're scanning down that body, going past the head now, down across the shoulders, and just connect, and you'll just remember where the energy has changed. And as we go down into the heart area, just remember those feelings, and we're going to come back to it later. Feel yourself now, just scanning that tummy area, going down those thighs and knees, all the way down to the ankles. And then scan all the way up. Lynn, where can we work in the body today? Where do you sense that there's a change in energy that we can work with today? The back. Is that the lower back? Lower left. It's the back. Lower left. Very good. I want you to see yourself drifting and floating up and up and up and up with your Nana as she takes you towards your soul group there. And just feel yourself drifting up, floating up. See yourself now. Going higher and higher and higher. Connecting now with the spiritual realm. Very good. And now, I want you to see that door in front of you. That door that you go through. And as you go through that door, and you said that you were with the angelic realm. Yeah. Now that you're back there now, do you feel at peace? I want you to absorb all the love and energy of the angelic realm. Found home. You found home. So now that you've visited home and you know that you're loved, I want you to come back down now so that we can work with you. Just that reassurance that you're loved and that you are special. Because I really do need to continue to work on this body. And now that Elizabeth has gone back to spirit, what can we put in these knees now to help repair these knees? Do we have a word or a colour we can use? Green. Okay, so I call on Archangel Raphael to come forward, and as Raphael comes on that spiritual ray of green, just feel the energy of Raphael coming in forward now. And I want him to be working with me, and I want him to be the other side of the couch, and as we both place our hands on your knees, I just want you to feel that liquid energy from spirit coming forward, and feel that crystalline emerald green, that rich, lush message of new growth. Feel it pouring into your body. Feel it soaking into every fibre cell, going down the roots, And in a moment, I'm going to connect with the singing bowl. And as I connect with the singing bowl from 3 to 1, you're going to feel the energy of spirit, that beautiful, rich emerald green from Raphael, totally healing this area. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Feel that energy now going into all those bones, every cell around there, into the muscles, into the fibres, totally healing and sealing that area now. So you're going to be more agile, more positive, more confident. Thank you very much. Now, Grya, inner self, what I want you to do is I want you to scan the body again. And as you scan the body, tell me where I'm going to next. Heart. This heart area has been quite heavy on me. So as we go into the heart area, Grya, go in there, go down into that heart area, and as you go into that energy, Grya, describe that energy that's around that heart. Feel it and tell me, what is that like? Grief. Grief. Heavy grief. Very. And as you connect with that energy and that grief, can you tell me, is that grief from a past life memory, or is it from this life? This life. So you're aware of where all that energy has come from. Tell me what symptoms it causes my client, all this grief in her heart. Beats wrong. The beat's wrong. Too fast. It's too fast because you've got a big heart and it's getting trapped and it's trying to beat and beat. So let's start. I'm going to put my hand here and I'm going to go straight in there. Straight in there. And as I begin to work now, I'm going to call on your angels. I'm going to call on your angels from your angelic group now. And I'm going to ask all your team to come down and work with me. And as they're working with me now, I want them to call on the spiritual surgeons and see those spiritual surgeons coming now to your help, because you don't need to carry this any longer, do you? So as we work now, I want to place my hand there and I'm calling on your team now, your team in the soul realm that are working with you, because they found you, they've brought you here and they want to repair you. So with those spiritual surgeons, I want you to feel their energy now going in to this heart area and feel them, seeing all that tangled heart there, see them unravelling all those memories that you don't need. See them pulling out all those unwanted memories and placing them in my hand. Very good. And the more I talk, all those memories that you don't need anymore are just getting lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter, lighter and lighter. And they have no choice but to just lift up, 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 up and come in my hand. And there we are. See the surgeons working now. See those angels, your team. They've come to love and support you and they've put it all in my hand. Are we ready to lift that out now?
Yes.
That's quite a heavy amount. So I'm going to take that from you now, and I'm going to offer that up to the universe to be healed, and may the light of the universe always accompany it. Tell me, Grya, what can we put in the heart area that my client needs today? What would best suit her?
Strength.
Strength. So as I bring now that strength in, just feel the word strength becoming liquid and pouring deep and deep and deep, and feel it activating this heart area. Feel it going in through those muscles and veins and those fibres, and see how that strength, that word strength, is going into where we pulled all those roots and memories up. Can you see it's all sinking into those areas and filling it full of strength? Very good. And just see how powerful you are. And as you're filling with the strength, the spiritual strength of the divine, notice how relaxed your heart becomes. Notice how calm and relaxed it comes, and feel it just altering very slightly the vibration, and then getting lower and lower, and feel it just coming to the right beat. Very good. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. So tell me, Grya, is there anywhere else we can work in the body, or shall I get to the questions?
Mind.
The mind? Mm-hmm. So tell me about the mind. Dark. It's dark. Mm-hmm. Right.
Too many people.
It's what?
Too many people.
Too many people. Too many people.
Voices.
Too many people. And voices. Uh-huh.
Too busy.
I kind of get what I'm working with now. So, as I'm working with you now, Grya, I want you to go into that mind area and start to begin to feel your way around, and tell me, is it more at the front, the back, or is it all over?
All over.
It's all over. Mm-hmm. So as I come forward now to work with you, I'm going to connect with your head here. I'm just going to wait until... Mm-hmm. Grya, can you tell me, is this an attachment or is it two attachments?
Two.
Two. Mm. So we'll speak to one at a time. So when you're ready, Grya, I want you to help me now to bring one attachment at a time to the voice. So when you're ready, let's bring it down one at a time. So, tell me, what's your name?
Maria.
Maria. Maria, tell me, what are you doing in that mind? How long have you been there?
Baby.
Since a baby? Mm-hmm. So how did you manage to sneak in when she was a baby? What was happening?
Easy.
It was just easy? Uh-huh. So you picked on a vulnerable baby?
Yes.
So Maria, why didn't you go to Spirit? What was happening in your life? Tell me about your life.
Baby.
You were a baby?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you jumped into the soul of another baby?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. Really sad.
You were sad? So darling, have you got a name?
Jane.
Jane. So Jane, darling, you were just a little baby when you passed.
Yes.
Didn't anybody tell you that you could go to spirit?
No.
Oh. Well, Jane. Do you know that we're going to help you today? And we're going to take you all the way up to spirit. And do you know there's so much love up there, darling? And there's going to be all your family there, and there's going to be sound and colour and joy and love.
Resistance.
Resistance, And why are you resisting this? Do you not know?
Comfortable.
You're comfortable? I know, but you're comfortable in somebody else's body, darling. And do you know that you've got a whole essence? And while you're down here, snuck in my client's body, you can't be healing your own essence. And your soul is really powerful. Do you want me to show you what your soul looks like in the soul realm?
Yes.
So sweetheart, just keep listening to my voice. And as you're listening to my voice, I want you to use your imagination. And I want you to see in front of you a little box. A little box. And I want you to put your hands on this box. And in a minute, I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, I want you to open the lid, sweetheart. And then you'll see just what your soul looks like. So when you're ready, 3. Jane, just put your hands around that box there. 2 and 1. Take off that box and see in there your soul. And what does it look like?
Grey.
It looks grey. And we need to power that up now, don't we?
Yeah.
And it's because it's missing you. And this half that's down here can't be healed while it's down here, so we need to take it up to spirit, don't we? Are you ready to go with me?
Yeah.
So darling, before you go, what would you like to say to my client? What symptoms have you been causing her, darling?
Death.
Death? Oh, you've been wanting her to die like you died.
Yes.
So now that you know, what would you like to say to her now that you're going home?
Give me back.
You want back your light. Well, Jane's going to be coming with me now. So Jane, what I want to do is, I want you to feel my hand at the top of the head here. Yeah, going in. Oh, Jane, you've gone right down into the neck area, haven't you? You've got roots going all the way down. Been clinging on and clinging on. Yeah. So just Jane, just go in there now. And as I'm talking to you, I want you to go in. To start off with, start at the top, go in and bring out all that memory. You just didn't understand. You just didn't understand and you got stuck, sweetheart. Just come up and up and up and up. And now, I want you to go behind those ears and down right into the top of that neck area and begin to pull all them roots out that you've put there. Sweetheart, we need all your luggage, darling. We're going to take you home. And you're going to be loved so much. Keep bringing it up and up and up and up and up. All the way up until it's in my hand. Keep bringing it up, pulling it now. Every memory. Jane, you need all this memory out. You're going up, darling, to be loved. You're going to share your love with all the angels, all your soul group. It's like a big holiday up there and they're going to be so pleased to see you. Push that last bit up now. I can feel it coming now. Up, 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 up. Have I got it all now?
Yeah. Yes.
Jane, darling, what I want to do now is I want to offer you up to spirit. Offer you up to spirit, and I'm going to call on Archangel Michael and Metatron to come and to protect you on your journey, darling. So farewell, and thank you for being here today and allowing me to do my work. Thank you very much. So Grya, what can we put in this head? In fact, we're going to have to wait. Grya, what I want you to do is start bringing up that other attachment. Bring it up, and down to the throat. So, attachment. Are you male or female?
Male.
You're male. So how old are you?
42.
You're 42. Uh-huh. So, how old was my client when you snuck into her body then?
23.
Oh, so he was 23 when you jumped in. So what's your name? What can I call you?
Edward.
Edward? Edward, why didn't you go to Spirit when you had the chance? Tell me about your life, Edward. What happened to you?
Murdered.
You were murdered?
Violence.
Violence? So, as we connect with that, what I want to do now is, as you're listening to the sound of my voice, I want us to travel down to that life where you were murdered, and just see yourself there now, making your way to that day. Very good. Making your way there now. And as you follow the sound of my voice, I want you to feel yourself drawing in closer and closer to that memory, and tell me now what was going on in that scene, Edward.
In a park.
You were in a park.
Dark.
It was dark and you were in a park.
America.
Pardon?
America.
In America? Are you black? Are you white?
White.
You're white. So you're walking around this park in America. What part of America are you in there, Edward?
New York.
You're in New York. And what happens to you?
Robbed.
You were robbed. And is that how you passed over?
Yeah. Knife.
Oh, you were knifed?
Stabbed. Heart.
You were stabbed in the heart.
Back.
And in the back. So you had multiple stabbings, Edward.
Yes.
So Edward, tell me, why didn't you go to Spirit when you had the chance?
Unfinished business.
Unfinished business. Well, did you know that you can do all of that unfinished business from the spirit realm without taking over somebody's soul, somebody's body? Did you know that?
Yes.
So tell me, you've been in this part of the head, this part of the energy of this beautiful soul. What symptoms have you caused her?
Death.
Death? So you're giving her dark, negative messages.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
Soul light.
Oh, so you want her light. Did you not know, Edward, that you have your own light? Everybody,
Gone.
it's gone. It's just buried, darling. It's just buried. Edward, what I want you to do now is I just want you to listen to the sound of my voice. And what I want to tell you is everybody has a spark of light. And this is source. And you may not be able to see it properly yet, but I really want you to connect now, Edward. And I want you to connect right into your centre. And as you keep going into your centre, going deeper and deeper and deeper into your centre, you're going to unravel all those layers until you get to a little spark of light. Can you see that light, Edward?
Yes.
Now, Edward, what I want you to do is I just want you to get the sensation that you're just pushing on that spark of light and see how it's activated and feel it getting stronger and stronger and brighter and brighter and brighter, and see how it's getting bigger from a golf ball to a tennis ball to a beach ball, and before you know it, just see how it is filling your body. Edward, did you not know that you had this light in you?
No.
Wow. So you don't need to ambush somebody else's light now, do you?
No.
No. So are you ready to go to Spirit, darling? Come on, I'll take you there. You'll be safe.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Edward, go into this mind. And start bringing me all your energy, bringing it out. Yeah. And all of it. All that's gone down into this heart.
Pain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can feel that.
Sadness.
Yeah, we'll just draw it up from the heart now. Just feel me pulling it now. Feel me pulling it out and out. Very slowly. You need to take this home with you. All this luggage. Because you've got your own God light. And you can do all this work from spirit. And you don't need to hijack this body anymore. Feel all those memories are in the head now, and I'm now gathering them up. Have you been giving her panic attacks?
Yes.
Bring them up, bring them up.
Not safe. Not safe.
Not safe, but you are safe, Edward. You've got your God light now. Bring that up from the chest. Bring it up, up. And more. Go deep. Bring it up. Yeah. All the way into my hand. Very good, Edward. Edward, are you ready to go to the light?
Yes.
Before you go, Edward, do you have a message for my client? What would you like to say to her?
Live.
Live. Now, I just want to repeat that message. Her message is to live.
Yes.
I'm going to tap you on the forehead and bring my client forward. Do you forgive him now? He didn't understand his own light.
Yes.
So I want you to step back as I press that there. Edward, darling, are you ready to come into my hand?
Yes.
Step into my hand. All of it. That's right. All of it. Bring it now. And I'm going to call on your team of angels that are working with you in your soul group to bring them, come down again. And they're so rejoiceful and happy now, knowing that all this repair is and this healing is on your body. Yeah. And I feel them coming in now. And I want to offer you, Edward, to them, and these angels are going to take you back to spirit. So I bid you farewell. And may the light of the universe always accompany you. Grya, I want you to go into this mind now and tell me What does this space look like now that we've cleared those two attachments?
Sunny.
Sunny. And what I want to do is
Warm.
sunny and warm. Well, I am going to now place a citrine crystal at the top of your head. A citrine crystal, and it's just like a setting sun. Just see that colour, that deep, deep yellow that's had all the sun throughout the day, and it is full of energy, full of abundance. See that strong lemon, see that yellow, that orangey yellow. Now, all vibrant and full and ready. Well, I'm going to use my singing bowl, and when I begin to use my singing bowl, 3, 2, 1, it's going to start pouring into your head, and it's just going to fill that area with love and abundance and so much joy for living. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. Feel the spiritual energy now coming in, going deeper and deeper into that head. Seeing it repair all that area, and I'm going to do that again. Feel it going into your head now. Feel it going in and down, soaking in now, repairing and healing. And know that your soul group in the angelic realm have come down to repair and to heal this, because it's your job now to live and to live the best life that you can. And our souls. And what do these souls look like? Do they have a shape or a colour?
Different colours.
Different colours. What does the colours mean? Why are they different colours? What does that signify?
Different feelings.
Different feelings, I see. So these people that are in your group, these souls, what is it that you work on as you're by that tree? What's your mission as a group? What do you do?
Pass knowledge.
You pass knowledge. What I want you to do now is, I want you to make an intention to draw one of those souls closer to you. Choose one of those souls that you're more affiliated to than the rest. Bring them forward. And did you know that you can telepathically communicate? And I want you to communicate with this soul. And tell me, does that soul have a message for you today? What's the message?
It wasn't my time.
It wasn't your time. But you're there now. So John, when you're in this group, what kind of things is it that you're learning?
Different emotions.
Different emotions, I see. So do you go down to earth to have those emotional challenges?
Yes.
Thank you very much for that, John. But now we're going to move from the soul realm. So I'm going to bid you farewell. And what I want to do now is I want to talk to Lisa, and Lisa, what I want you to do is I want you to connect with your inner self, your higher self, your subconscious mind. And so I want you to make an intention now to allow your subconscious mind, your higher self, that all-knowing you, to come forward and use your voice. So what I want you to do now is take a nice deep breath in and step away from the body and just allow your higher self to come in and use your voice. perfectly safe and in control. And tell me, does your higher self feel like it's a feminine energy or a female energy?
Female.
Female. And this female energy that's working with you, is this the first life that's been working with you, or have they been working with you? How many times? See a number. How many times have they worked with you?
5.
5 times. So what is it that you're working with my client with? What kind of things are you working on today? Family. Family. So it's all about family and emotions. So tell me, how is she doing today?
Good.
She's doing good. In herself, do you have a name that I can call you, or shall I just call you energy, or do you have a name?
Lynn.
Lynn. Lynn, so she's doing very well. And does she feel like a strong soul?
Yes.
Lynn, what I want you to do today with me, we're going to do a body scan, because sometimes we collect energy that really doesn't serve us anymore, or we just go into situations and things attached to us. So I'm going to do a body scan, and I want you to do a body scan with me. So I want you to start at the top of the head, and just as if you're doing an x-ray, scanning all the way down, start at the top of the head and feel your way around that body. And all I want you to do is to connect with energy. And as you're scanning down that body, going past the head now, down across the shoulders, just connect, and you'll just remember where the energy has changed. And as we go down into the heart area, just remember those feelings, and we're going to come back to it later. Feel yourself now, just scanning that tummy area, going down those thighs and knees, all the way down to the ankles, and then scan all the way up. Lynn, where can we work in the body today? Where do you sense that there's a change in energy that we can work with today? The back. Is that the lower back?
Lower left.
Lower left. What's the back? Lower left. Very good. As I say that word sugar, what I want you to do is, I want you to connect with that word and see where that travels down in her mind. And tell me what's going on with sugar.
Comfort.
Comfort. So was this a comfort as a substitute to help?
Yeah.
Now that we've done all this healing, Grya, go into this body and tell me, feel the vibration of this body and tell me, now that we've done all that healing and her healing group has come down and provided her all that love, does she need that sugar crave anymore?
No.
No. So let's now just go in and just draw that energy away. That's right. Because you're so full of love and energy and abundance and joy and positivity that it's just completely melted away. So tell me about these feelings of depression now that we feel this body. Is she going to be able to cope better now?
Yes.
Tell me those depression episodes. Were they part of those 2 attachments that she had?
Yes.
So she's no longer got those attachments.
No.
So now I'm going to press at the top of the head, and as I press at the top of the head, I want you to activate the joy in her body. Activate all the joy, all the joy. And as I continue to talk now, see that joy, that essence, that energy, see it swirling round in a clockwise way. See it going round and round and round, and see that joy, see that getting faster and faster and brighter until it completely explodes and just goes down like a shower, all the way down through her body, and it's fizzing in every cell. And I'm going to tap in the forehead and seal that in. For now, and from this day forward, she is going to think about ways to make her feel happy, to feel strong, and to feel grounded. Tell me about Chester. Why does Chester connect?
Same soul.
It's her soul. Did you say?
Same soul.
It's the same soul. So he has the same soul as her, and he was connecting with her.
Help.
Help. It was the message
Heal.
that you were both trying to get help to heal.
Yeah.
Well, Chester's got his healing now, and you've got your healing. Look in this body and tell me, is she doing okay now?
Better.
Tell me what that contract was with her mother. Why did she choose to have that contract with her mother?
Teach.
Is she teaching her mother, or is her mother teaching her?
Teach a man.
You're teaching your mum. So you're now going to be teaching your mum to love?
Yes.
Very
Guide.
good. Well, you're guiding her. Tell me about her job. Just see her in her job, and I want you to connect with her vibration when she's working in that job, and tell me, is that job suitable for her?
No.
It's not suitable? What kind of job would be best suited to her?
Help people.
To help people. So in order to help people and to change her job, what does she need to do?
Listen to her own voice.
Listen to her own voice. But she can't just jump out of one job into a job of helping others. How is she going to do it?
Needs understanding.
So she needs understanding. Is she going to get this from the centre that she goes to?
Yes.
Thank you. Tell me about the medium evening. She went somewhere once, and I want you to connect with that memory. And tell me what was happening there.
Dark.
What was dark?
Room.
The room was dark? Or was there mind? So was there a dark energy in the room, or was there a dark mind near you?
Bad energy.
There was bad energy. And did that come in during the reading?
Yes. Sick. Very sick.
And when that energy came in, did she connect with that energy? Did she feel it straight away?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And has that energy left this building now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Tell me about her guides. How many guides does she have?
6.
6 guides. Uh-huh. And what do they work on with her?
Not connected yet.
She's not connected yet.
Trying
Mm-hmm.
too hard.
She's trying too hard. So does she need to just chill out?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Practice.
Yeah. And to love herself?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'll be sure to tell her.
Let love in.
Let love in. Uh-huh. And these guides, what do they look like? Give me one.
Native Indian.
Native Indian.
Swore.
Mm-hmm.
And a man. Very strong.
A strong man.
Very strong. Not a chief,
Mm-hmm.
but strong.
So now they can move forward and they can come completely into her energy now. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And come forward. Tell me, she had a feeling of being trapped. Have we released that feeling from her body now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I want to ask permission if we can connect with her father today. Do we have permission, or is he busy elsewhere?
We have permission.
We have permission. Very good. So as I'm connecting with you now and talking to you, using the vibration of my voice, I want you to bring the energy of your father into the room. He knows you've been waiting for him. He's been in a queue, he's coming in now. Just waiting for him to feel strong around me. He's here. So bring your father forward. I'd like to be able to speak to your father. Please, Father, what would you like to say to your daughter?
You are loved.
You are loved. Mm-hmm.
You will always have my love.
Mm-hmm. What I want you to do, Father, now you're here with all your energy, I just want you to push all your energy, all your love, and I really want you to melt it with her heart. Yeah? Just feel him now sharing your love, telling you time and time again you are loved, you are loved, you are special. Just feel him now, just pouring his love into that heart. And what does your heart feel like now?
Warm.
Warm, very good.
Happy.
Does your dad have another message for you before he goes?
Listen when I'm talking to you.
Mm-hmm. So you want her to listen to you when you're talking to her, but how does she know that you are trying to connect with her? What signs do you give her? When do you come to talk to her?
Meditation.
In meditation. So she needs to do a little bit more meditation so that you can come in on that vibration. That's wonderful. Well, thank you, Father, for coming forward and giving us that, because she's going to be able to work with that. So I thank you as you go back to spirit. I want to ask about these packs of wolves. And as I connect with that and you connect on that thread, tell me about these packs of wolves.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Safe.
So why does she connect with these wolves?
Being there with them.
Oh, right, I see. Very good. And does she call on these wolves when she needs strength?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
just found out. Just needed to go to be with her.
You just need to go to be with her when she needs that strength.
Yes.
So if she's having a particular challenging time, all she have to do is to focus on connecting with her wolves, and she knows that she'll be surrounded by them.
Yes.
Very good. So I want to ask a question now. When she was very young, when she was a teenager, yeah?
Yeah.
Something happened to her
Yes.
that affected her quite a lot.
Yes.
And now that we've cleared this body and this energy around her, I want you to just check this body and see if there's any residual memory of that incident in this body.
Yes.
Or where is it?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to call on Metatron to come down now. And I'm going to call on Metatron to come down, and I want him at the top of the head. At the top of the head. I want Archangel Raphael to the right hand side, and I want Gabriel, the messenger of love, here on the left. And I'm calling on Archangel Michael to come down for the grounding and for the strength. And as I continue to talk to you now, I want you to feel this couch now beginning to build up with energy. And as Metatron, Gabriel, Raphael and Michael begin to push the energy into you now, just feel the subtle energies and the vibrations and see all those changes. And as they are pushing their energy now, knowing this has come from Source, I want you to feel the power of Source now soaring through your body. And as it soars through your body, it lifts out. Negativity cannot hold now. It's lifting up that negativity, and just feel it floating up like little fragments, and see it just coming out of the body. And as it's coming out of the body, just see Archangel Michael now collecting it on his sword as he waves it around, as he draws it from the left to the right, to the top to the bottom. See how his sword is gathering all that memory. And now I want Metatron to push the energy of Source all the way down the forehead now, going down and down into that body, and feel the energy of Source now healing every cell, every fibre of that body. And see how Gabriel and Raphael are moulding and working with that energy and pushing it into your knees and your body, your heart. See how they're just pushing it, and see how the body changes into that subtle, beautiful vibration, and see how totally recalibrated you are. So tell me, Grya, how does the body look now?
Better.
So I thank the angels and Metatron for working with me. Thank you very much. Is there anything else that I should have asked or ought to have asked before we close?
No.
No. Well, now it's come to the end of the session. So what I want you to do is take some nice deep breaths in. The souls. And what do these souls look like? Do they have a shape or a colour?
Different colours.
Different colours. What does the colours mean? Why are they different colours? What does that signify?
Different feelings.
Different feelings, I see. So these people that are in your group, these souls, what is it that you work on as you're by that tree? What's your mission as a group? What do you do?
Past knowledge.
You pass knowledge. What I want you to do now is I want you to make an intention to draw one of those souls closer to you. Choose one of those souls that you're more affiliated to than the rest. Bring them forward. And did you know that you can telepathically communicate? And I want you to communicate with this soul. And tell me, does that soul have a message for you today? What's the message?
It wasn't my time.
It wasn't your time. But you're there now. So John, when you're in this group, what kind of things is it that you're learning?
Different emotions.
Different emotions, I see. So do you go down to earth to have those emotional challenges?
Yes.
Thank you very much for that, John. But now we're going to move from the soul realm. So I'm going to bid you farewell. And what I want to do now is I want to talk to Lisa. And Lisa, what I want you to do is I want you to connect with your inner self, your higher self, your subconscious mind. And so I want you to make an intention now to allow your subconscious mind, your higher self, that all-knowing you, to come forward and use your voice. So what I want you to do now is take a nice deep breath in and step away from the body and just allow your higher self to come in and use your voice. Perfectly safe and in control. And tell me, does your higher self feel like it's a feminine energy or a female energy?
Female.
Female. And this female energy that's working with you, is this the first life that's been working with you, or have they been working with you? How many times? See a number. How many times have they worked with you?
5.
5 times. So what is it that you're working with my client with? What kind of things are you working on today? Family. Family. So it's all about family and emotions. So tell me, how is she doing today?
Good.
She's doing good. In herself, do you have a name that I can call you, or shall I just call you energy, or do you have a name?
Lynn.
Lynn. Lynn, so she's doing very well. And does she feel like a strong soul?
Yes.
Lynn, what I want you to do today with me, we're going to do a body scan, because sometimes we collect energy that really doesn't serve us anymore, or we just go into situations and things attached to us. So I'm going to do a body scan, and I want you to do a body scan with me. So I want you to start at the top of the head, and just as if you're doing an x-ray, scanning all the way down, start at the top of the head and feel your way around that body. And all I want you to do is to connect with energy. And as you're scanning down that body, going past the head now, down across the shoulders, just connect, and you'll just remember where the energy has changed. And as we go down into the heart area, just remember those feelings, and we're going to come back to it later. Feel yourself now just scanning that tummy area, going down those thighs and knees, all the way down to the ankles, and then scan all the way up. Lynn, where can we work in the body today? Where do you sense that there's a change in energy that we can work with today? the back. Is that the lower back?
Lower left.
Lower left. That's the back. Lower left. Very good.